need a high-end designer or a lot of money to get a luxe look. Be your own interior designer.
This is Affordable Interior Design, the podcast.
Here's your host, Betsy Helmuth.
My first question today is coming from Carol. Carol is writing all the way from Austin, Texas. Carol writes, "Hello, I'm hoping you can help me with my bedroom. I love the mid-century modern look, simple lines, lots of wood. I am searching for a bed that not only has that look, but is also very functional, ideally with storage. I worry that a lot of the king beds are very traditional. They can be boring or boxy. I've attached other furniture I'm considering for buying for the room. You can see what I like. Pictures that I've sent include a nightstand from Article, lamps from Houzz, dresser from All Modern, rug from Overstock. Thank you for all your help." Yes, so when you're doing the mid-century modern style, I think it's a real trap to get caught in anything too literal. You don't want this necessarily to look like something from the past. You don't want this to look like an image from a Frank Lloyd Wright home, right? You want this to look like an updated version of mid-century modern, and you are in luck because this style is so popular right now that you will be able to shop lots of different stores, including all the stores that you mentioned, in order to find pieces that fit the bill. So let's look at sort of your inspo. You've got this beautiful walnut nightstand from Article with 2 drawers and tapered legs, very mid-century modern, but keep in mind that the Article nightstands and mid-century modern in general is a little bit lower. So you would be looking for a bed that doesn't take a box spring. You might even, in the case of this nightstand, I'm not familiar with its exact height, but if it's between 18 and 22 inches, you're going to want a platform bed, and you're going to type in platform bed so that the top of the nightstand is within 2 inches of the height of the mattress. Hopefully, this is between 24 and 26 inches, in which case you would just use a standard bed, but again, not use a box spring. And then you've got this very cute lamp on top that's got this round, either acrylic or glass base, and got a round finial, and it's just very simple and small in design. Again, we're going for smaller, daintier, less chunky, clunky, less traditional type furniture, which you already pointed out. And then your black dresser has brass handles, which is concerning me because the nightstand lamp looked to be silver. And I don't mix my warm and cool metals, just something to think about. It has a black finish and it has the tapered legs. It has 7 drawers. I'm totally getting the mid-century vibe from each object you've shown me. And then the rug is very basic, and I would say it's just truly contemporary. I mean, it does seem to have some organic forms. It's overall cream with sort of a gray base, and it's got this patterning that it's a textural patterning. It's not actually a colorful pattern per se, but it almost looks like lines of intestines or brains. Anyway, very unique. I think it would look very nice in a bedroom, but the pattern is a new one for me. Anyway, when you're looking for a bed, I like to do, no matter your style, an upholstered bed because a bedroom has so much wood. Yes, there's a joke there. Yes, this is a PG podcast, so I'm not going to talk about the joke. But a bedroom is typically riddled with wood. Typically, you're going to have wooden nightstands because most people want some kind of storage or drawer, and it's very rare to find a metal nightstand or glass nightstand that has a drawer. Then you're going to have a dresser, and dressers again have the drawer. So most dressers are going to be made of wood. And in many bedrooms, you not only have one dresser, sometimes you have 2. So I've got 2 dressers, 2 nightstands, all wood. And the nightstands would be flanking a wooden bed. I don't think so. Now, the other option for a bed would be metal, but metal can be quite uncomfortable to lean on. Either it's got slats or bars. And if I want to sit back in bed and read, it's just not that conducive or comfy. I almost always, I'm trying to think of the percentage, 70% of the time, 80, I go with an upholstered bed. And the 30 or 20% of the time when I don't go for an upholstered bed, it's because my client has told me, "Betsy, I don't want an upholstered bed." I love an upholstered bed. You can lean back. It's so comfy. You can watch TV, as I did last night, slippery slope, but I stayed up until 3 a.m. watching the Harry and Meghan documentary on Netflix. Was it worth it? No. All the information was just stuff I'd heard before. Could I turn it off? No. I was like addicted and could not stop watching. Anyway, I digress. So I really love something that's super comfortable that you're not going to hit your head on, that you could lean back on. And they're so affordable. And then you can just go with something sleek and simple that will definitely look MCM. You could go with something just really basic. You could go with some minor tufting. I would avoid any nail heads. That's a little bit too decorative and not simple enough for the mid-century modern vibe. But anything with tapered legs is going to be a win. And I actually prefer that the frame of the bed also be upholstered, so that way I'm not hitting my shin on something metal or wood, which I am want to do. I mean, when I had a wooden bed, I was always hitting my shin. I just had constant bruises, which is fine in the winter, but summertime looks a little weird in your shorts and swimsuits. Just get an upholstered bed and frame, and everything will be amazing. Just be mindful of the box spring versus no box spring conundrum with that low article. A big thank you to Aton and the Embassy, who wrote our theme song. A shout out to Catherine Heller, who owns the podcast shop and is our editor extraordinaire. We also want to thank Ginny Sunasan and her team at the Savvy Podcast Agency for their help with our social, our YouTube channel, and so much more. We also want to thank Uploft, which is our parent company who supports this podcast. And lastly, we owe a huge debt of gratitude to you. Thank you so much for tuning in and for all your support.